show that tackles the big issues affecting the BVI and the rest of the Caribbean. Searches for answers to today's big questions and gives viewers a unique perspective on developing stories. Follow the big story with me, Kathy Richards, only on GTV. This show is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Ramney Tertola Pier Park, NV Salon Spa Nail and Barbershop, HOV Medical, and Digicel. Sign up for Digicel Plus Home Light Bundles, faster internet, movies, and sports. Good afternoon, Honorable Lorna Smith, acting premier at the moment. It's a delight to see you looking so fresh, knowing that you're just back from Asia on a very extensive trip. How are you in this moment?
I'm really good, Kathy. It's great to be back after 2 weeks, in fact, more than 2 weeks. It was a very successful visit. I call it a mission. Team BVI performed very well, and I hope to be telling you more about this in a press briefing next week.
All right, so I look forward to that. But here today we want to focus on a major expo that is coming up very soon. And tell us about it.
In fact, while I was in Asia, it was on my mind. So I'm happy to be talking with you about it today. It's the first business banking expo that is being held in the BVI. It's historic, Kathy. It's the first time that banks and businesses get together. Banks, the banking institutions, will be able to display their offerings, and the businesses will be meeting directly with them to really understand their offerings, will understand what the expectations of the banks are. In return, the banks will be hearing from the businesses what their challenges are. So all in all, I'm hoping that this is a win-win opportunity for businesses
Okay,
and banks.
okay. What was the driving force behind organizing such an expo?
When I first came to office, I went around and met with over 200 businesses beginning last year. And every time, the overriding need among businesses was for more financing for their businesses. And so I began meeting with banks to convey that this was what the businesses needed. And over a period of time, both the banks and the government, including the Trade Department, came up with this idea of putting a business banking expo together so that both parties would meet in a setting over a period of a few hours. We would not just meet with, it wouldn't be just a meeting where people would be having an opportunity to see and understand what banks have to offer, but we will also have presentations being made by professionals in the sector. We will have a Q&A, we will have panels and so on between 9 and 3 on Thursday. So I am pretty excited at the prospect of this event.
Okay, so this is generally for the business community. Is it a scenario where businesses who want to participate had to go through a registration process, or they can come just turn up, set up, and be a part of it?
Kathy, I very much hope that people will just turn up and be a part of it. There is just too much red tape. That is one of the areas I swore to deal with when I came in, and I'm happy that this one, there is no registration required. Just turn up. When you reach, perhaps, of course, we would want to know who you are, so you would have to tell us who you are, probably, give us your name and the
contact
name of your
information.
business,
Yeah.
contact information, and so on. But certainly on Thursday morning at between 9 and 3, just turn up. And we are looking forward to the businesses all participating. What especially excites me, of course, is the fact that we will be having persons from the sister islands. In fact, from Anegada alone, we have 15 businesses.
Wow.
Virgin Gorda, quite a number. And Jos van Dijk, I'm very pleased that the Shinnery family have given us really good rates on the boat so that we can have as many persons in the business sector from Jos van Dijk attending. I'd also like to mention that, in fact, this is an event that is co-sponsored.
Okay.
So the banks have contributed, as have the government, and then we have Unite BVI also contributing. So it's the banks, the businesses, the government, and the partners of the government. So it promises to be a really exciting event, and I am really looking forward to the businesses really speaking frankly about their challenges, and the banks in return also speaking about their challenges
And probably coming up with solutions to
and
those
coming
10.
up with
Yes.
solutions to the challenges. I say it's a win-win because, as I said, the businesses, their their biggest need is to find financing. And for the banks, it's an opportunity for them to get more business because they understand the businesses. And I know that very often businesses, in fact, the banks would tell you about the need for collateral and so on. But I am aware of banks that, probably most of our banks, that it is possible to get financing without collateral. But having said that, though, you would need to have had or have a relationship with the bank, the banks. But let me not preempt them.
Yes,
Let
yes, yes,
them tell
yes.
us. Let them tell the businesses. Let them tell the government what are the requirements for getting financing. I should also mention that we have, among our partners, we also have Forge, which is Mead Malone's outfit that does a lot of training, and they are also participating. And I believe we are looking at a couple of other entities also participating. They've at least uh, expressed a desire, a very keen desire to participate. So we're seeing how we could accommodate them.
Okay. When we talk about not having collateral, I can see the younger business people. So, okay, now, because we ever so often hear the young people talking about wanting to go into business or even starting up from their little savings, but their challenge is being able to secure finances because they don't have collateral. They are young. They have no experience.
And it's all about innovation, and of course we are encouraging innovation. And I am aware that without naming the particular banks, I know that it is possible to obtain as much as $50,000 as long as you have a bankable proposal. You could get as much as $50,000 without collateral. But as I said, let me not preempt.
Okay.
Let
The
me
la-
stay away from it.
well,
I'm saying
you're
because
speaking
I
your
am.
heart.
I'm
You know
speaking
what the people
because
need.
I
Yes,
know
yes.
they do want financing. And Kathy, while I'm at it, I want to use the opportunity to talk about something that's related, and that's a small grants program that the government wants to introduce. In fact, we are introducing it. We hope to roll it out in the coming weeks,
Okay.
where we will be able to give grants to businesses, small grants, I would call it, on the basis of innovation, on the basis of, as I said, the proposal being bankable, sound, and we will be rolling it out. I would expect by the end of this month. I am always reluctant
To give time
to give
frame.
time frames because you know how the administration works. It might take a little longer, but the funds are there in the budget and they are available for business development. So I'm very excited about that as well. There are persons who are already interested and have expressed their interest, but it's going through the cabinet process at this moment in terms of the criteria that have to be met for this. But it is related to again financing. It's a relatively small amount,
Okay.
but when you combine that small amount, possibly, very likely, with funding that you would
Possibly
be
can
able
get
to secure from the banks,
banks. Uh-huh.
then you're putting together a fairly sizable pot to do whatever, whatever you're inspired to do as a business person. When I say inspired, you don't want pie in the sky. You want something that's sensible, something that's
Realistic.
realistic. Thank you. Something that's well planned, and something that the banks like.
Okay. One thing I've been asking about a long time now, and is that about business incubation? Because you want, like you said, you want businesses who are well organized, well structured, know they have their paperwork, they've done their studies, they need assessments and all of that. Business incubation takes care of that. Do we have that?
Yes, in fact, we are establishing the National Business Bureau within the Trade Department, and we have an area for business incubation. Again, we are expecting that the National Business Bureau will be led by a person who I'm happy to say has been approved and should be on board in the next couple of months. I'm looking at a couple of months at the outside. So within that business bureau, that would be the National Business Bureau, that would be the hub for businesses, as you put it, businesses that are incubator style businesses. We have, as I said before, we have a space for just this purpose, co-working space, and where we will be able to give them advice on business planning, business development, and so on.
Like, is this in any way collaborative with the Chamber of Commerce?
The Chamber of Commerce happens to be one of our partners.
Okay.
Yes, we have the Chamber of Commerce, we have the Unite BVI, as I said, we have Forge, we have HLSCC,
Okay.
and we have Higher BVI. We have a number of entities that we are working with.
All right, awesome. So I came here for one and I got three. We talk about the expo, we talk about the small grants that is coming up, and we even talk a little bit there about trade. But in our closing out, the mic is yours to encourage persons to participate in Thursday's event.
Yes, thank you very much. And again, Kathy, thanks for coming to talk about it. And I would urge all business persons, including larger businesses, because the larger businesses inspire the
The
small
smaller
and
ones.
medium sized businesses. Please come out on Thursday at the Treasure Isle Hotel.
Okay.
This is where the event will be held, and it's for free. We are delighted that this is a co-sponsored event. As I said, it's co-sponsored by the banks, the government, and Unite BVI. Please come out, businesses, and meet with the banks, understand what their requirements are, and feel free in turn to tell them what your challenges are. Speak to persons with experience. Speak with persons who will serve as panelists. Ask whatever questions you want to ask. And I look forward to seeing you there on Thursday between 9 o'clock and we close off at 3 p.m.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and I wish this event every success. And more than that, I hope that the businesses get what they need from the banks. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me, Honorable Lorna.
Thank you for having me.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.
Are you searching for new home decor items that reflect the season's latest trends? Look no further than Right Way Home. From cushion sets to decorative vases, we have unique pieces to suit every style and budget. Discover your right find at the right price, only at Right Way Home and Right Way Stores.